Yeah, what's up, guys? Today is my first gameplay. Not gameplay, but I'll be explaining basically about gameplay and especially regarding team fights and skirmishes, which is the first video I've ever made. And honestly, I think it's very insightful because I have done a lot of macro videos, but this is just pure individual video on how to play team fights, skirmishes, and what your thought process should be, okay? And I'm telling you that no matter what champion you play, it's very valuable. And I was watching Agrin. I think he's personally really good in Jarvan, how he plays team fights. So this is one of the perfect guys to watch, especially on team fights, right? So let's go through it, and I'll be explaining you guys just the decision making that is very important. And let's get to it, okay? So I've already written some timestamps, and we can just go over them. So yes, there we go. Okay. First things first, okay? Every single game, you have to identify what your job is, okay? When I say what is your job, I mean, okay, what is actually your role? Because some team fights on a flank, let's say an Akali or like any champion general wants to flank, right? You don't want to just front to back. Akali ideally wants to stand behind them and threaten them, right? And that can be same for a jungler. As a Kha'Zix, you don't want to be in the front, right? It's very important that you come from the side or something, right? So right here, I'll just have some notes. Okay, pay attention. So the thing you should be asking always is, okay, what's your job in fights? Front to back or flank from sides? Spacing, I'll get to it. Zoning, I'll get to it. Okay? But okay, so you look at this team composition, okay? You look at their team composition. Like, you should think about, okay, how does each team and how each individual wants to play, okay? So if you look at... Oh, this is actually an important thing as well. Number 3, do you outrange? That's actually really important. Because some games, right? If you outrange the enemy team, you don't have to go in. The enemy team has to come to you, and all you have to do is just poke them and let them commit and play defensive. Because if you outrange, okay, unless you're playing Jarvan, you don't want to just like completely send it and try to go on them. Then you will take more damage than your teammates can deal. Especially champions like Ezreal, okay? Let's say Ezreal's playing against the Kai'Sa, right? Kai'Sa, of course, is going to deal more DPS. But if Ezreal can play with his range, poke a bit, and let's say his front line is not like going too deep, and he spaces a bit and doesn't take free damage, that's how you wanna like kind of think about fights, okay? So in this situation right here, okay? So right here, you're playing Jarvan, okay? And you see the situation. You have to think, okay, look at summoners as well, okay? Jhin has no summoners, Falcon's no summoners, and LeBlanc's coming on the side. They're playing for the Baron here. Look at item power spikes as well, okay? So right here, it's about recognizing, okay, how do you want to play team fight? So if you look at Jarvan, for example, what is his job in team fights, do you think? And I'll just elaborate, okay? But let's say Jarvan here, if he has a free pick, you should go for it. Well, because, well, it's a Jarvan, they're all immobile. If they have no summoners, Rumble ult on top of them, Rakan has really good follow-up, okay? So what does he want to do? Front to back or flank from sides? In this case, he probably wants to just front to back. He can do both. He can flank from sides, and he can as well just play from the front, because he has Rakan, right, and Rumble ulti. Pretty straightforward. Enemy has no tanks as well. Do you outrange? I would say they outrange, but it's not like that insane poke. It's only Ezreal, right? Spacing, okay, spacing, what I mean with spacing is that, and zoning, I'll get to that. We actually have to watch a fight, okay? But let's get to it. So right now LeBlanc's moving towards mid lane. He sees the Vel'Koz here without flash, and then he knows they're 5 mid lane. So one key thing here, okay? That you guys have to understand here. Vel'Koz is no flash, so this is like pretty fucked, right? Rakan's a good follow-up. So LeBlanc right now is a flanker, right? This is actually super important to understand. So what do you think LeBlanc is gonna do? LeBlanc in this case is flanking, okay? And by him standing here, okay? And let's say there's a team fight here. What do you think Jin's probably gonna do? Usually mid laners are stronger than AD carries. So you should get the idea of like, what does your mid laner want to do, right? Like, your mid laner here is probably going to be zoning him. Because if he tries to stand here while his team is fighting here, like, in the end, they can actually both pincer him. Jhin has like a really bad position. So in the case of LeBlanc, he has really good zoning potential here. And let's just look at this fight, okay? So this fight here. Look. The moment Jhin sees LeBlanc, this guy's getting out of there. Because he's going to get flanked by this guy. And the LeBlanc is zoning him. And just saying, you can do this as a Kha'Zix too. Sometimes you come from the side, okay, there's a fight here. If the guy's standing here, this guy has to get out. If not, he's gonna get fucked. So you will force the Jhin to move like this, while you can join the fight instantly. Depending on your champion, right? You see, like, LeBlanc missed his shit, but this guy lost 50% HP. So let's look at the Jarvan fight, okay, how he plays it. I'll just break down everything. So he just goes in here, he ults 2 targets. Like I said, Rumble ult, Rakan ult, no flash. So, as of this moment, okay, the Falcons got 1 shot. But I'll pause the video right here. So do you see this guy that is deep, and Graves is deep? How do you think Jarvan should play this ideally? Because here's a mistake where a lot of people make, which is that, let's say the Jin's here, okay? And Syndra's here. They can both free hit the Jarvan. But the Ezreal is free hitting this guy, right? As a Jarvan, you want to make sure that you're not taking free damage from this guy and this guy. If let's say Jhin was here. What you want to do instead, okay? Is what do you think you want to do as Jarvan then? Let's say one of the teammates go very deep, and their carries are here, and you're playing Jarvan here. What is your job? I want actually you to pause and just think about it, and then play again. Please pause, okay? Pause the video right now. Okay, I hope you paused. But you want to zone the enemy. So usually if one guy goes super deep here, okay? If they try to help him, Jarvan has like a really good position here to go on them. Okay? Because usually Jarvans or like Kha'Zix or Blancs, right? If they're being left alone and they use other builds on this guy, let's say on the try to help the Rumble, he can then go a bit deeper. And he's not taking free damage as well. So it's all about this. Number 6. Actually spacing basically. You want to space the enemy. So I mean in this case Jarvan's really fed, right? And Jhin is zoned off, so he'll be useless. But in general, but you can even see like he's like queuing backwards here. Like he doesn't want to take free damage because he knows this Renekton is so deep. Why would he get hit by Syndra or Graves? But this guy's legit taking damage for free here. And if Jarvan can preserve his HP, and when this guy's almost dead, he can go back in. So now he's just hitting this guy, right? Because, well, if this guy dies, he can then go on this guy. But the moment the fight looks like pretty much over and this guy's dead, he's gonna send it. I mean, this is not an ear. Actually, he didn't even send it. I thought he could send it there. Maybe the Jhin came in the fight, though. I mean, Jhin is actually in the fight. Okay, it's good that he didn't send it. If he EQ'd here, right? He has no flash. I think these guys might be able to kill this guy, maybe. No, actually, I don't think so. I think he could probably still, like, EQ this guy, kill him, and get out. Because he's tanky enough. But let's say he'll potentially die. It's not that good for him to go in, because Ezreal can just kill him anyway. Very likely. Actually, I think if there's every ability, he might die, right? But you guys get the idea. That's just, in general, how we want to be thinking and approaching about fights. That's like the first team fight. I'll go to the next one. It is around here. Alright, so what did we learn the first team fight? First team fight, okay? We basically learned that if flanker has a good position, he can zone and create space, okay? You don't want to go too deep and don't take free damage, right? Because usually it's like this. Enemy goes deep, but you don't want to match them going deep. And that's pretty much it, okay? So, second one, let's see. I think it comes soon. Okay, second team fight. Pay attention, okay? Of course, let's say you really strong you want to fight, okay? If this guy goes in right now, his team is here, the Ezreal is here, Rakan's pretty far. It will be too deep. Right now, he's trying to buy time. He's trying to get their attention. By him doing this, he can force them to stay around here a little bit. Because he just wants them to stay here-ish, right? But the moment his team comes closer, that's when he wants to start to look for a fight, okay? You see, he's not taking free damage. But he keeps them like a little bit engaged. The moment they go back, he's gonna walk back. But this guy trolled. He went too deep. So, if you look at a previous example, okay? You don't want to go too deep and take free damage if enemy goes deep, right? So this guy at the moment is a free kill, right? Like, these guys can't hit anyone, okay? And this guy is super deep. However, in this case, because this guy is extremely inting, and LeBlanc is teleporting somewhere, I don't know where the fuck he's being, but this fight is Giga 1, okay? So usually if you're winning, you can even go for more. Like, right now, he tried to combo the Graves, by the way, just saying, but the thing is, they know that this Graves is dead for sure. And these guys are gonna try to run away. Yes, even LeBlanc TP'd here, so he's first, okay? I mean, specifically Jarvan. So you could just like, all these guys, make them stuck so they cannot run away. Look, pay attention to Jarvan. He's walking back. He's not just standing here and hitting them. He doesn't want to take free damage. He wants to take damage when these guys can go forward, because if they hit him, the backline can go super deep. Okay? So right now this is a Renekton that's super deep, right? But the thing is that this is just like a perfect 3-man combo here. Like, it's too juicy, you know, to miss out on. And then they got fucked here. So we can look at this fight again in a normal speed. So the backline flashed out. Does not take free damage, okay? Does not take free damage. Because Renekton's like, they're all hitting Renekton, right? But Rumble's joining the fight here. They get knocked up. And they die. So what did we learn in the second team fight? If someone goes deep. Okay, no, we learned this, okay? Keeping their attention and waiting for team to arrive. Moment someone overextends, you kill them. I mean, in this specific case, it's because the Jarvan, he can just like ult and flash out, right? It depends which champion you play, but you guys get the idea. You kill them and go for more if you win. Don't take free damage. Once again, don't take free damage. He ulted and run out because they were killing the Graves and even the Renekton previously, right? You kill the Graves, they're hitting out Renekton, they'll follow up, goes back for a 3-man combo, and they're chilling. Okay, we'll go to the next example. Okay, so right here, okay?